Greetings, traveler.
We're watching Anomalous Timeline. Beast, Dragon, Ellie, Mech, Murloc. You could technically Zarek the Time Warp, but that's a long time. So you need to have like an insane start to do that. That doesn't mean you don't take Zarek. You can Zarek something like I love Zarek. I think he's a great hero. So we have a Whelp start. It's also a Mukla lobby. It's kind of a little weird. No Big Wig or Recruiter. Yeah, those are great targets. Ooh, Mukla has a dragon that's gonna get Divine Shield. That's gonna be nasty. Pretty straightforward start. He's just equipping the bananas because other people will do the same thing. It's like a prisoner's dilemma kind of thing where if you don't play the bananas, the other guy will. You would both benefit from holding them, but you're not gonna do it because the other person isn't gonna do it, so. All right, has the Sally here for economy. Probably just takes the mech for money. No. That means next turn, if he gets a Chef's Choice or a Lasso in the shop, he can level and buy it. That would be pretty clean. Oh, he's freezing banana because the opponent is on 3, so he has no units. Yeah, so Beater goes into the fight with a very high likelihood of the ETC having no minions. He would need like a damage coin or something. So he knows that he's going to have 1 gold available next turn if he levels. Then he can level buy the banana. He is being offered Aviator and Scout, which is a nice pair. There's also a Sally pair, so he could choose to stay. We are seeing him seriously consider this, which is kind of interesting. Because I would assume that you'd rather level than buy Scout Aviator on turn 4. But it is good, right? I do like that combo myself. Okay, so he saved his banana last turn, didn't need it versus the 3-on-3 player. Now he's considering if and what he's going to buff. Looks like we're just going to stick with throwing everything on the Whelp. And then we copy it. Bam! No. But that's a thing, right? If everybody would just hold the bananas, then we could put the bananas on our copy target, which would be nice. But again, it's this thing where if you don't do it, other people are going to do it. And that's going to suck. 100% to tie here. That happens a lot in Mukla lobbies. You tie a lot because it's just a big guy that cleans up. The Murloc is nice, but I think I would tier because we don't have something to add to the Murloc, right? If there was Murloc plus another good 3-drop here, sure. All right, so we're gonna go to 4. Pretty standard leveling curve, honestly. Ooh, the Orca. Yeah, this is where you want to have that Whelp in the front. And the opponent has a shield to hit into our guy. That sucks too. But not much to do there. It's not like buying the Murloc is gonna prevent that loss. Medlock. Typewriters, generally speaking, interesting. Probably a good turn to hero power something, roll a good 4-drop, and then pump that 4-drop with the banana, copy the 4-drop. We did talk about it earlier. There's no Big Wig, there's no Recruiter, so like the really good 4-drops to copy aren't necessarily in. It is a Rylak lobby, so there's maybe some Battlecry Rylak shenanigans. He can maybe make a golden Battlecry and then right with his hero power and the Typewriter. Ooh, double Blue Shell, double Marquee Taker is actually pretty good. I'm down for that. Wait, how much gold does he have? 13. Oh, he can just level. Wow. That's sick. You could hero power this Marquee Taker, but you're getting kind of close. Oh, he's gonna EUNR and get the buff and then sell. Right, because the Typewriter copies it as it is. Research is a good 4. Yeah, Marquee Taker too. But it looks like he is gonna hold the hero power. So he is gonna hold for the Time Warp, I'm guessing, if it's already turn 6. Marquee Taker copy with the Typewriter was enough, so that's cool. That's actually really nice. He got the level 5, he didn't lose. There's actually Murloc stuff available here right away. Chieftain too, huh? It kind of is a thing then, honestly. Because a Chieftain will give you a spell to use your spell power on, but it's... I think you do take Chieftain here, regardless of what you buy. I guess Felly, no, never mind. I'm being overly like, oh, we'll just do Chieftain, but Felly makes a lot more sense. Okay, he's gonna scope for a mech. Oh, well, yeah. Drakari is sick. We have two whatchamacallit, 2 guys. Oh, dude. The Clunker into Drakari makes me yearn for like old Murkai, because that would be such a good setup here. Because he could have double Clunker and then level to 6 for Murkai next turn. It's like old school good stuff. Okay, shield or money? Let's see what Beater's all about here. My man. Yeah. I guess you just have two clunkers and you have your Drakari. Boxer, yeah, Boxer's really. I mean, honestly, Boxer is kind of broken. He also still has its hero power, right? Because he could then have double Boxer here. That's sick. And then he could roll triple clunker with double Boxer on the board. All right. Let's see. He got back-to-back from one of his things. With a Drakari on the board, that's always has to be considered. I am starting to dislike it, though. I do think that back-to-back is balanced in terms of win rate. But I think the cap is so high that whenever you have a good game, you feel like you have to play back-to-back. So I think for good players, it's like disproportionate amount of back-to-back games, because like Beater is a player that is very, very good at not dying early, and therefore likely putting him in a good position in the late game. If you're in a good position in the late game, it almost always feels like, well, all of these things. We got some more time, oh, baby. I mean, I don't even know if it's correct with back-to-back. You could technically magic fin. I basically just did that, right? So he could actually he could get a magic fin and then roll a back-to-back and then farm back-to-back as well. But I have this old clunker just stuff that's very dear to my heart, because the clunker junker end of turn gives you a Quartotron, so you get so rich. But I actually don't even know if it's. I mean, he's gonna do it, which I applaud him. Oh, you know what's good here? Oh, what's the name? The guy that buffs you when you give magnetics. Not that one, the other tier 6 mech. Jouster. Jouster would be enough tempo, because I feel like he actually doesn't have enough tempo without Jouster here. That's kind of a problem. Wisdom Ball, when you have Time Warp cards, is very interesting because you can copy the Time Warp card. We saw that earlier in my game. I think Beater is going to give that the respect as well. Definitely want to put your Time Warp Merkai on the board before we roll, though. He might also just take something here and sit. Are we not copying this Merkai? Oh, not. We're not. Wow. Yeah, he's gonna sit on the Wisdom Ball. Ooh, we're not copying the Merkai. Man, I think I would have liked that too. Well, then again, there is nothing he really wants to sell because he has two clunkers, he has two marquee tickers, and he also has this big-ass Divine Shield mech. You don't really want to sell the big-ass Divine Shield mech here. So I actually understand that he doesn't go for copy Merkai just yet. Also, it's kind of interesting to copy the Merkai before you roll Wisdom Ball, because then you have two. All right, he wants to see what trinket he gets. That's super fair. I think that's very smart. If he plans on sticking with mech, having two Merkai is overkill. I don't think having two Merkai is overkill. It just literally doubles your magnetics end of turn. Another end of turn, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. See, I would have already taken it and be like, oh, that's too good of a YouTube video. I can't turn it down. Beater is like, well, do I kind of know? It's like, I gotta do it. All right. Oh, yes. This makes me wish that we had used our hero power, but that's so random, right? He gets the Jouster. He gets the Jouster. Okay. The Jouster is huge. The Jouster is huge. If only hero powered. I know. So there is that mycologist, which he could use on a back-to-back, which I feel like it's gonna turn into. I think it's gonna be clunker junker into back-to-back, because he gets spell power. Like, he's gonna farm a lot of spell power with these boys, right? And then if he gets Merkai with a Magic Fin back-to-back, it's gonna go pretty hard. Demon Whispering for the... Yeah, he's going like spell power. Yeah, I think he is leaning back-to-back. Which, again, I think it's a little bit of a shame right now. I would not mind it for the remainder of the season if they just removed it. I just said, okay, we're just not going to do back-to-back anymore. We're considering just hero powering this Time Warp Merkai, so he's looking to buff it before he copies it. I think that's what's going on. Because it's going to make his board space so much better. Yep, I like it. It's very hard to fit the two Merkais. I mean, you would, but it's much better to just... play the other guys. Okay, he's just gonna sit. Back-to-back better than Horse Pivot. Horse Pivot was only in with Undead, right? Back-to-back is in every single lobby. So many spells. So next turn, he's going to start to get a lot of tempo with his Jouster. But he got the Jouster from the spell where it's locked for a turn. So this is the turn where he could still lose a fight. I think yeah, 100%. I think next turn he starts to get really strong for the turn. Man, but this was huge. Because he also has this Drakari trinket. And he's very close to Golden Drakari due to this Wisdom Ball. So he's going to get so many AoE buffs from this Jouster. He could end up playing either back-to-back or Inventor, I would say, from this spot. Because the Inventor will be incredibly high. There will be so many Magnetics played. And he will have so much money too. He'll have so much money too. Beasts for Horse Pivot? No, you need Kel'Thuzad for Horse Pivot. So if Beasts are in, you don't care. You need Undead to be in. Like, you can't do a Horse Pivot without Kel'Thuzad. I mean, it's not in, right? So you can't do a Horse Pivot, period. Okay, he's playing Junk Jouster first to try and copy it. Yeah, he's looking for the back-to-back, I guess. He could take the Hamul and get more value for the... Like, try to get more Junk Jouster. Bran? Hell yeah. Bro, we're gonna pop off. Ooh, Duo is cool, but so hard. He's looking at, do I give up on my Magic Fin here? Yeah, he is. Okay, so less likely to see the back-to-back pivot now, to be honest. He has eyes for this clunker, but he doesn't need it. Yeah, this is weird. How do you do this? You sell your marquee ticker, yeah. But you might keep it for 1 round for some more money. Oh, he's starting with that, okay. Oh, he's gonna sell it, okay. Sure. He's just gonna rotate these instead of tripling, I think, because he has the eyes anyway. No. He's gonna have to just eyes it and buy. Okay, so he had a chance there to milk the marquee ticker for 1 more turn, but he decided against it because he just gets some random spells, and if he plays the Junk Jouster, he doubles his scaling here end of turn. So maybe not quite double because he also gets some extra magnetics, but you know what I'm saying, right? He doubles the Junk Jouster scaling, which is the vast majority of the scaling here. Also, he's farming spell power now because he's getting so many magnetics end of turn. It's Drakari plus Drakari Trinket. Bran is ×2. The Golden Murkai is ×2. It's 2 Clunker Junkers. They're golden. That's ×4. There's like done here. Didn't he boardlock himself with eyes? Not really. There's always something you can sell, but he doesn't have to, right? He could also just roll. Like, it's okay. Like, what is more important here is that he doesn't lose this fight because then he goes below damage cap. So if he ends up in a situation where he has to sell a Clunker Junker and replace it with a normal one, that's okay. But he's probably just not going to, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, he's like somewhat board locked, but it's not a hard lock. Like, he could replace a golden Clunker with a regular Clunker. But if he doesn't roll any reason to do that, then he doesn't have to. Like, he's got 22 gold. He could just hit this golden Junk Jouster. What happens is he doesn't buy the Panda because he doesn't value selling the golden Junker to play the Panda. He's probably not going to lose a fight either. Well, he really wanted to. Well, I mean, guess it doesn't really double his scaling. There we go. Problem solved. You can play Battle Cries for a turn now and end on Drakari. Yeah, the Rodeo you can buy now. Yeah, you can see how he does that, right? He's just like, oh, I can buy Rodeo because it's not worth selling the Clunker. But now that the Drakari is in my hand, sure, I could do it. All right, he could get another Magic Fin off this, and that would be a big deal. Because another Magic Fin would allow him to still play for that back-to-back. But this is honestly just big stats as it is. Vol'jin is generally really good. Yeah. It's gonna... Oh, he's just trying to sneak it in here. He's trying to be sneaky. Okay. Alright, well that's large. Proper large here, chat. He's too slow. You can try to be faster than him. Go ahead. Like, this is some bullshit. Like, this is bullshit backseating. I call bull on that. All right. Also, the game was never designed for these type of things. So anytime you have some great interaction like this, it just kills your game. Like, it starts lagging. I can definitely vouch for that. Not to mention his end of turn takes 2 business days here. I'm not sure if we're going to end up in back-to-back because he still needs to get a magic fin and roll a back-to-back spell. That's still a lot of work to do.
I can perform 2,000 wrong actions per minute.
Yeah, when we talk about being fast, guys, we talk about how fast can you navigate to the desired result, not how fast can you click buttons randomly. Let's clarify a little bit. It doesn't matter how fast you can randomly click buttons. We're talking about navigating towards a desired result. Minus 15. Dude, people fight this board and be like, what the hell? Beatboxer? Beatboxer be good, yeah. 33 gold. Not as much as I thought he would have. He's not getting that many Accordotrons. Trying to find that golden jouster here, that would help a lot. Can't really cycle the Tempest because the brand is in our hand. He has no time, bro. Yeah, he's just gonna start buying spell powers and be like, fuck it. Just buy magnetics. Yeah. Azerite is fine, sure. This is actually insane. I wonder if he's gonna reconnect here. Dude, he actually got a kind of a turn off. This is actually sick. The taunt is like, nice try, buddy. Nice try, buddy. Why would he need spell power? Why wouldn't he want spell power? That's the better question to ask. I mean, the answer is back to back, right? They also just cast an Azerite with quite some spell power. Could you show the Murloc's effect? Trigger all the battle cries on your board end of turn twice because it's golden. So it's triggering the 2 golden clunkers. And every time the clunker triggers, both the jousters are buffing the board. So all these gears that you see just like popping off, these are the jousters triggering. And Blizzard is like, you don't understand. For every single magnetic that goes off, I have to show these gears around. There's no other way. It's law. It's illegal to skip it. So because of that, you can start to count, right? A golden clunker triggers it twice. So he has 4 triggers. But then it's twice again because of the golden guy, so that's 8. But then it's times 3 again because of the brand, so that's 24. But then it's times 4 again here, so what are we at now? 96? Question mark? Yeah. So it's close to 100 triggers, and then there's 2 jousters. So it's like 200-ish jouster animations. I don't know. That math is probably wrong, but it's in the ballpark. All right, how much money we got? 19 seconds, bro, for 30. Yeah, the money just doesn't matter. He's just rolling. He's like trying to pivot, bro. I can't even spend my coins. More money that we can't spend. Let's go. I mean, he's just buying magnetics to get the junker, the jouster procs here. Buy armor for a rainy day. Woohoo! Yeah, this board is nice. Unfortunately, you just can't use his resources. I do think it's incredible that Beater is not reconnecting on this. Like, I really applaud him for that. Like, I wouldn't fault anyone to say, oh, I have to quit to be able to have a turn. This is so silly to just watch this.
Shady, what do you think about relogging for animation skip?
There have been bans for that. Have there? Who got banned for relogging? I don't think that's the thing. I don't think people get banned for that. How can you get banned for closing the game? Yeah. You disconnect so often from the game by default. Imagine if you would get banned for reconnecting. It's like literally their own game cannot handle keeping you in the lobby, and then they would ban you for reconnecting. It just makes no sense. That's not to say there's still a difference between software. I know people that use software to reconnect even faster. That's where you can start to draw the line and say, hey, you are creating some kind of an there was a thing in Constructed as well where they were using software to speed up animations, and that was bannable. But just like closing your game and reconnecting, bro, don't worry. The Hearthstone police is not going to come and get you if you close and open your game.